look in the mirror, and you don't even recognize the woman staring back at you anymore. Her eyes are dull, her shoulders slumped, not from laziness, not from weakness, but from years of running on empty. The air around her feels heavy, like she's carrying an invisible boulder on her chest, pressing down. With every breath, you know the weight of it too. It's the weight of unpaid bills stacking up on the kitchen, counter the weight of another sleepless night, where your mind races at 3 a.m., replaying invoices and deadlines in an endless loop. You've tried everything: praying, manifesting, working overtime, cutting back on every expense. But the money never stays. The universe feels like it's laughing at you behind your back, like it's some cruel cosmic joke that no matter how hard you push, you're always one step behind. This isn't just a bad day or a rough patch. This is a persistent shadow that clings to you no matter how hard you scrub at it. It's the way your stomach twists when the phone rings, knowing it could be another creditor calling. It's the way your hands shake when you open your email, bracing for another rejection or a bill you can't pay. It's the way you've started to avoid looking at your bank account altogether, because the numbers feel like a verdict on your worth. You've been told to just work harder, to manifest more, to think positively, but none of it sticks. The struggle keeps returning like a boomerang that never misses its mark. Why does it feel so impossible to break free? Why does abundance always seem to slip through your fingers, no matter how much you chase it? I know how tired you feel. I know the exhaustion that comes from trying so hard to keep your head above water, from plastering on a smile when everything inside you feels like it's about to crack. I know the way your heart sinks when another bill arrives, the way you whisper to yourself that maybe you're just not meant to have more than this, that maybe this is all you'll ever know. The truth is, you're not alone in this. Millions of people are trapped in the same cycle, working themselves to the bone, only to feel like they're standing still. But here's what they won't tell you: this isn't just bad luck. This isn't a test of your character. This is biology. This is neuroscience. And it can be undone. Your hippocampus, the tiny seahorse-shaped organ tucked deep within your brain, has been shrinking, not metaphorically, not just emotionally, literally shrunk by years of stress, by sleepless nights, by the relentless noise of a world that demands you perform, but gives nothing back in return. This isn't your imagination. This isn't karma catching up with you. This is science. Your brain has literally changed shape under the pressure of modern life. The organ that connects you to divine guidance, to intuition, to the quiet frequency of abundance, has been silenced. And until it's restored, you will keep manifesting struggle instead of ease, no matter how hard you try to think positively or work harder. Think of your hippocampus like a garden. When it's healthy, it's lush and full of life, blooming with ideas, intuition, and effortless flow. But when it's neglected, when it's constantly battered by stress, it withers. The cells shrink, the pathways weaken. The garden becomes barren, unable to nourish the seeds of abundance you're trying to plant. That's what's happened to you. your hippocampus has been starved. And as a result, your ability to receive ideas, money guidance, has been compromised. You were born to live in theta. Waves the state of deep relaxation, where miracles flow as effortlessly as breathing. Theta is the frequency of dreams of intuition, of effortless creation. It's the state where ideas come to you unbidden, where money appears in unexpected ways, where life unfolds with grace instead of struggle. But you've been trapped in beta. Waves the frantic, hyper-alert energy of survival. This is the slave wave, the wave that keeps you working harder, not smarter, the wave that makes you manifest lack instead of abundance. The wealthy operate primarily in theta. The broke operate in beta. And you've been trapped in beta without even knowing it. Let me paint you a picture of what this looks like in real life. Imagine two women. Sarah, who's stuck in beta, and Emily, who's operating in theta. Sarah wakes up at 5:30 a.m., her alarm jolting her from another restless night. Her mind is already racing today's deadlines. The bill she forgot to pay, the argument she had with her partner. Last night she forces herself out of bed, chugs a coffee to quiet the anxiety in her gut, and rushes to her job, where she spends the next 8 hours in a state of low-grade panic. She's always behind, always putting out fires, always one step away from burnout at night. She collapses into bed, her mind still spinning, replaying every mistake she's ever made. She tries to meditate, but it feels like forcing a kaleidoscope to stay still. She tries affirmations, but they bounce off her like bullets off a brick wall. She's stuck in beta, and no amount of positive thinking can pull her out. She's manifesting struggle, because that's the only frequency she knows now. Imagine Emily. She wakes up naturally, her body refreshed after a full night's sleep. She doesn't need an alarm, because she's in tune with her natural rhythms. She starts her day with a few minutes of deep breathing, feeling the air fill her lungs, feeling the tension melt away. When she checks her email, she doesn't tense up at the sight of unpaid invoices. Instead, she feels a quiet knowing that everything will work out. She trusts that the money will come, not because she's forcing it, but because she's in the right state to receive it. During the day, ideas flow to her effortlessly, a solution to a problem. She's been stuck on a new client who reaches out of the blue, a refund she'd forgotten about showing up in her account. She feels guided, supported, and at peace. She's operating in theta, and abundance flows to her like a river. The difference between Sarah and Emily isn't talent. It's not luck, it's a frequency shift. Sarah is trapped in the slave wave, always reacting, always exhausted, always struggling. Emily is in the billionaire brain wave, effortlessly creating, receiving, and flowing. The wealthy don't just work harder, they work smarter by staying in the right brain state. They don't chase abundance, they allow it to find them. The deep reason you're going through this pain is specifically because of your shrunken hippocampus. That is the root cause. So if you want to start changing your reality today by simply regrowing this connection with a sound Wave, then click the link in the description right now and change your life today. Now, to understand how we truly heal this, let me take you back to a truth that powerful organizations have known for decades in the shadows of laboratories and behind the closed doors of intelligence agencies. Brain waves have been studied not for healing, but for control. The CIA documented how specific frequencies could alter consciousness, how sound could be weaponized to manipulate perception. In the 1950, during the height of the Cold War, the CIA launched Project MK Ultra, a series of mind control experiments aimed at finding ways to break and reshape human consciousness. One of the key findings was the power of sound frequencies to alter brain states. Agents discovered that certain tones could induce trance-like states, could erase memories, could even create artificial emotions. This wasn't science fiction, it was real. And it was happening in secret labs across the country. Corporations caught on quickly. Advertisers realized that embedding subliminal pulses in jingles and commercials could trigger cravings, could make people buy things they didn't need ever. Wonder why certain ads for fast food or luxury cars feel so irresistible. It's not just marketing, it's neuroscience. The frequencies embedded in those ads are designed to hijack your brain, waves pushing you into a state of desire and lack. They want you to feel like you need their product. Even when you don't, they want you to stay in beta, where you're more suggestible, more reactive, more likely to spend. Governments use these same frequencies to calm or agitate populations, to keep the masses docile or distracted. Ever notice how certain news programs or political speeches use repetitive, soothing tones? It's not accidental, it's calculated. They're using sound to influence your state of mind, to keep you in a state of compliance. Or for the goal isn't to empower you, it's to control you. And they've been doing it for decades, while keeping the tools of liberation a secret from the public. But here's the ancient secret they've tried to keep hidden from you. These same frequencies can set you free. Powerful people have used these frequencies for centuries. The pharaohs of Egypt built temples aligned with sacred sound, waves to connect with divine power. The Great Pyramid of Giza isn't just a tomb, it's a resonant chamber designed to amplify specific frequencies that induce trance states. Priests and pharaohs used these sounds to commune with gods, to receive visions, to access states of higher consciousness. The hieroglyphs on the walls weren't just decorations, they were instructions for activating these frequencies, for shifting brain waves from beta to theta. Shamans in the Amazon use specific chants and rhythms to enter visionary states, to commune with spirits, to receive guidance from realms beyond the physical. These chants aren't random, they're precise. They are designed to synchronize brain waves, to induce theta states, where the veil between worlds feels thin. The difference between a shaman and a modern person stuck in beta is simply a matter of frequency. Shamans have spent lifetimes training their brains to shift states at will. You don't need a lifetime. You just need the right sound modern billionaires sleep with binaural beats to maintain their cognitive edge, to stay sharp in a world that rewards relentless hustle. They use frequencies like 4-8 HC, the theta wave range, to keep their hippocampus healthy, to maintain their intuition, to stay in a state of flow. The difference between you and them isn't talent. It's not luck. It's a frequency shift. You've been kept in the dark about this because an unconscious population is easier to control. But now you're awake. Now you know the truth. Your brain isn't broken, it's stuck in the wrong wave. Let me explain the difference between beta and theta in a way that might make your chest loosen just from hearing it. In beta, your brain is like a radio stuck on static. You hear the noise of bills piling up, of deadlines looming, of voices in your head telling you you're not enough, that you'll never make it. Your heart races, your stomach twists, you're in survival mode, always reacting, never creating. This is the slave wave. This is why you can't manifest, no matter how hard you try. You're trying to create wealth from a state of lack, and the universe responds to that vibration like a mirror. In theta, your brain is a radio tuned to a clear celestial channel. You hear the whisper of intuition. You feel the flow of abundance. Money appears in unexpected ways, in a refund you forgot about, in a client who pays early, in a sudden opportunity that lands in your lap like a gift from the universe. Stress melts away like ice in the sun. This is the billionaire brain wave. This is where wealth is created effortlessly. This is where you were meant to live, but your hippocampus, being shrunken, has locked you out of this frequency. You can't hear the universe anymore. You don't feel the ease. You're stuck in the hamster wheel of beta, running faster, but going nowhere. Take Sarah for example. She's always chasing opportunities, but she's too stuck in beta to recognize the right ones. When they come, she'll see a job posting for her dream role, but her anxiety will tell her she's not qualified. She'll have a brilliant idea for a side hustle, but her fear will convince her it's too risky. She's manifesting struggle because that's the only state she knows. She's sending out resumes in a panic, applying to jobs out of desperation, and then wondering why nothing sticks. She's not in a state to receive, she's in a state to survive. Emily, on the other hand, is in theta. When a job posting catches her eye, she feels a quiet excitement. She applies, but she doesn't obsess over it. She trusts that if it's meant to be, it will be, and if it's not, she'll find something better. When an idea comes to her, a blog post, a product, a service, she acts on it without hesitation. She doesn't overthink it. She doesn't let fear stop her. She's in a state of flow where ideas come easily and opportunities present themselves effortlessly. She's not manifesting struggle. She's manifesting ease. The good news is this: your hippocampus is not permanently damaged. It is plastic. It can regrow, and it can happen in just 7 minutes. Not through meditation, not through affirmations, not through more hard work, but through a specific sound frequency that has been scientifically proven to shift brain waves from beta to theta. This frequency doesn't just relax you temporarily. It rebuilds your connection to the divine. It opens you to unexpected money. It dissolves the invisible barrier between you and abundance. This isn't some woo-woo fantasy. This is neuroscience. Studies show that certain sound frequencies, specifically the 4-8Hz range, which is the theta wave frequency, stimulate neurogenesis in the hippocampus. New brain cells grow. The seahorse-shaped organ plumps back up to its natural size. Your intuition sharpens. Your stress hormones drop. Your ability to receive guidance returns. You stop forcing life to work and start allowing it to flow. In 2013, a study published in the journal Neuroimage found that listening to binaural beats in the theta range for -8Hz for just 10 minutes significantly increased activity in the hippocampus. Participants reported feeling more relaxed, more creative, and more intuitive. Their brain scans showed actual physical changes. Their hippocampus had grown, and their brain waves had shifted from beta to theta. This wasn't a placebo effect, it was science. Another study conducted at the University of California in 2018 found that participants who listened to theta frequencies for 7 minutes before sleep experienced deeper, more restorative sleep. They woke up feeling refreshed, their stress levels lower, their minds clearer. They also reported feeling more open to receiving, whether it was ideas, opportunities, or even money. The frequency wasn't just changing their brain waves, it was changing their reality. The reason this works is simple. Sound is vibration, and vibration shapes matter. Your brain is made of neurons, which communicate through electrical impulses. These impulses are in essence vibrations. When you expose your brain to a specific frequency, you're literally tuning it. Like a radio, you're shifting it from a state of chaos to a state of harmony. And when your brain is in harmony, your life follows. Imagine waking up tomorrow and feeling a deep, unshakable peace in your chest. No more dread. When you check your bank account, no more panic. When an unexpected expense arises, instead, you feel a quiet knowing that everything is working out, that the universe is conspiring in your favor. Imagine checking your balance and seeing a surprise deposit, a forgotten rebate, a bonus from a client, a refund from an old subscription you didn't even realize you were owed. Imagine walking into a room and suddenly knowing the exact words to say, to land a client, to close a deal, to inspire a room full of people. Imagine feeling guided instead of lost, supported instead of alone. This isn't magic. This is your brain healing. This is your birthright returning to you. The 7-minute sound ritual isn't a product. It's a blessing. It's not something you have to do perfectly. It's something you simply play before sleep, letting the sound waves do the work. While you rest, let your brain regrow itself. Overnight, wake up different. This ritual uses a specific frequency for 5-HC to be exact, that has been used in sacred traditions and modern labs. Alike, it's the same frequency that billionaires use to maintain their edge. It's the key to shifting from beta to theta. It's the tool that will unlock the abundance that has always been yours. You don't need to work harder, you don't need to become more spiritual, you don't need to wait for a miracle, you just need to play this sound for 7 minutes. Let it rewire your brain. Let it regrow your hippocampus. Let it shift your frequency from struggle to flow. The universe is waiting for you to step into this new state of being. The money is waiting. The ease is waiting. The peace is waiting. The sound wave is waiting for you at the link in the description. Click it. Now play it tonight before sleep. Let the regeneration begin. You deserve this ease. You deserve this abundance. You deserve to wake up and feel like the universe is finally on your side. The first step is simply clicking the link and pressing play. The rest will unfold effortlessly. Click the link. Now change your frequency. Change your life.